What's up, I'm Troubleshoot. Rust have now added an RPG launcher as a brand new separate purchase DLC. Obviously, once you buy the skin/remodel, you won't be able to trade it. It'll be locked to your account. So is it worth $7? Well, let's have a look. With the set, you get the brand new RPG launcher, which is actually just a rocket launcher skin. You get quote-unquote rocket ammunition, which I guess just loads into the rocket launcher, and we've even got what looks like a rocket skin. However, this isn't quite what you're thinking. And finally, of course, there's the 3D view of the rocket launcher in all of its aliased glory. Let's have a look at this in game and think about whether it's actually worth $7. So starting off at the very top, we just had a look at this week's brand new skins. The rocket launcher obviously is a pretty big bulky boy. If you're holding this thing, it does take up quite a bit of screen space, even from the first person, even though it does sit in the bottom corner. When you scope in, this thing should most likely cover half of your screen, and of course, loads from the back. Now, what exactly is the RPG? Well, scrolling across to it, you can see it here with its own unique flick out animation. It takes up far less space, and if we scope in, it zooms in sort of like this. You're not actually aligning anything here, you're just sort of pointing it in a general direction. You're probably thinking, what on earth is going on? Well, actually showing my HUD here, you can see that we've got a crosshair in the center, which isn't visible when we're scoping in with the rocket launcher. It's more like the weapon crosshair that shows if you've got it enabled in your settings, which it should be by default. You'll definitely need it to figure out where things are going, as scoping in doesn't help things very much. This does make it quite a bit cleaner and easier to see exactly where things are going. So if you load up a regular rocket here, you can see that we've got the usual rocket loading animation, where you shove it on the back, close it, and there we go. With the exact same timing, this RPG actually reloads in a similar way. We'll pull out a rocket, stick it in the front, click it in, twist it, flick a button, and there we go. With basically the exact same amount of time, so no pay to win here, you've now got the rocket sticking out the front of your RPG, and you're ready to send some hate downrange. Having a look from the third person, it takes up a heck of a lot less space, and it sits on your shoulder very comfortably compared to the rest of it. Now, while you'd expect a ton of black blast here and maybe even some damaging effects, you shouldn't see anything like that. It's just a rocket launcher skin after all. That being said, if we were to fire it, it should have basically the exact same drop. So there's that. And of course, having a look at this, even though the ammunition looks different and so does the actual weapon, firing it, it just sounds a little bit different, but it travels exactly the same, etc. It is just a rocket launcher skin after all. Of course, though, at least in my opinion, seeing like this is a lot more pay-to-winny in that you don't have so much covering your screen. In fact, if you're the rocketer, you're not going to notice anything happening on your right side. Using the RPG, even though you may not be a massive fan of how the skin looks, you can see a huge amount, making it massively pay-to-win. If you thought Rust skins that have a bit of the iron sight removed were pay-to-win, this thing's even more so. You're still going to take some time to pull out a weapon and react to something, or even just flick over in that direction to get rid of an incoming enemy, things like that. It's going to be a lot more worthwhile having this skin if you're the main rocketer of your group. If we quickly dry fire here, you can see that it just clicks. The rocket launcher has the same thing here, just there's no sound, it just sort of wiggles a bit. This thing definitely has way more sounds to it, even while inspecting. And of course, the click there, the trigger pull, etc. Obviously, we can't skin the actual rocket itself, and you can't spawn in or craft a rocket that looks any different. So there you go. We've just got the default normal rocket skins, normal actual rockets, and there's no difference there. You're literally just paying for the slightly different model here, and of course the completely trimmed down RPG model, which is most definitely pay to win. Overall, it's worth the purchase if you're the rocketer and you're also simultaneously the PvPer. You'll need to keep an eye on more of the environment. Instead of checking over once in a while or scoping in once in a while, you can do things here and save quite a bit of effort and keep your eyes on everything at once. This is probably one of the most pay-to-win skins that we've seen this far, besides obviously the snow jacket being better for the snow, etc. This is a advantage in a whole different category. But yeah, do let me know what you think of this down below. Again, you'll find all of this week's skins down below as well, so you can see what they look like in game before you purchase them, and of course speculate about market price there too. But that's really that. Hopefully you found this video useful, if not slightly interesting at least. Thank you for watching. My name's been Troubleshoot, and I'll see you all next week. Ciao.